I am coming from a funeral and I haven't been in one for years. I usually just try to avoid it because since I left Christianity, um, I try not to go into any church setting where I have to, endure the preaching and the same spiel over and over and over again. Um, and as soon as I'm back in a setting like that, I'm reminded again why I left in the first place, right? Because it's just even having a conversation with a Christian is just painful. I avoid that as well, unless a Christian seek out a conversation with me regarding religion and regarding my stance now, or my spiritual journey and what I talk about. I don't go out seeking to chum up any sort of conversation with a Christian, or with any person of any religion for that matter, because I'm not in the game to try to indoctrinate anyone or try to tell them that what they're practicing or what they believe in is wrong, right? But I just like listening to that pastor preach. I say exactly why I left, because I'm wondering if these pastors actually genuinely believe the things that they're saying. Um, any pastor that has gone through the school of theology knows that Christianity is not it, and they're just in this for the money. It is a business. That's all it is, just a business, and they're just playing along, right? I don't think a lot of them believe certain things, and what I'd like anyone listening to this to do for themselves is to research slavery in the Bible. You will see a lot about that there. How I came across it, I decided to read the Bible for myself. It took me a while because I, of course, wasn't consistent at first. And when I came across certain things, I could not understand some of it. And I just got into a loop where, you go on this video and you click on that video and you try to get, read articles, and you're just searching for information, right? What I realize is that the way they preach, and the way they try to bring certain message across, is that they take like a verse from Genesis, match it with one that seems to be saying something similar in Luke, and then go into Revelation, and then they take something from that to form an idea that they want to push on you. But when you read those chapters where those verses were taken from in full, you realize that that's not even what the chapter was about, right? So I implore you out there, who know that I'm not talking about die-hearted Christians, because if you're a Christian, my content is not gonna be for you, and it's gonna rub you the wrong way, piss you off, right? So this is not for you. But I'm talking about the people there who are currently where I was a couple of years ago, where I could not resonate with the religion. I mean, I grew up in a predominantly Christian family. Grew up in the church, and the lifestyle of said family did not match up to what they taught to be on a Sunday. It's like you're only a Christian on a Sunday, and then the rest of the week you do what you want to do, right? And then to everybody you're just devout, Christian person and upstanding citizen. Not even getting in too much into that, but you get the idea, right? If you're at a place right now where within yourself, within that inner feeling, that deep nagging feeling is there, that something right about this, it's like you feel like you have to drag yourself go church. You feel like you you just something right, and then you have questions in your head, and you probably go to your pastor or whomever, and you just not get the answers. Go out there and do your own research. The answer is there because I found a lot. The answer is there. And what used to happen to me when I started questioning things is I was made to feel as though I am this rebellious person, and I am blaspheming, and we're not supposed to question God and all of that jazz, right? But it was just not making sense. A lot of the things that were preached contradicted itself. That's for one. And a lot of the requirements just did not make sense, right? Because it almost felt as though God is playing a game with us, and a very cruel one at that, because you literally made me with certain urges, with certain desires, with certain things, right? You made me a particular way. Then you're gonna tell me to go against that completely, right? Now, madness, that's madness. It is total madness. So I could not continue. I couldn't continue into the church, and I've had a lot of back and forth with some of my family members regarding this whole religion thing, and I guess I'm just the black sheep that just could not resonate with anything around me at all. And I'm glad I'm at a place right now in my life where I see now that it's not mad and a crazy. I was being steered in the right direction, because the soul will always win. And my main message in whatever I'm bringing forth is that you're not the body. You are the soul. And the soul is very powerful. So for those of you who knows, you feel that thing deep down, that something is not right, you are right, it is not right, and go and seek the information that you need, and you will get there. This is not a linear journey. You will spiral along the way, but you're on the right path, and it is not wrong for you to question things. And you see this fear, try to drop the fear, because this fear is what, that energy of fear is what holds you back. And within 100 years, or a little over 100 years, we're all gonna no longer exist as we know ourselves in the flesh right now. However, there's this thing called the reincarnation loop, and one of the aim of us in this awakening right now is to transcend this realm and get out of the reincarnation loop, because a lot of us right now feel like we just don't want to be here, right? We just don't want to be here. There's this dense, heavy feeling of not belonging to this earth, and we don't, right? So just follow yourself, your inner self, and go out there and seek the information. And you're not wrong for feeling the way you're feeling. You're not wrong to just feel like you're in a system that just not working and just not for you. It isn't for you, and you're on the right path.